Okay, investigation time. I think I know where they are. I watched the anime, and I'm trying really hard not to give spoilers here. I think I know where they are? I don't remember exactly. Again, I watched the anime a while ago, and it was a horrible rendition of this game. It had, like, no depth to it. It only had 12 episodes, and this could have easily been turned into an entire, like, maybe 30 episodes at most. Maybe 40, I don't know. Because everyone here has their own backstory, it's just that, okay, no, they're not here, I was wrong. I thought they'd be in the rec room. I don't remember where the bodies are. I'm just checking every room now. No, they're not here. Ah! Nagi! What are you standing around looking stupid for? To the art room, now! Huh? So you... Yes, I found them. Yamada and Ishimaru's corpses were hidden in the art room. Asahina and Onogami already know. We're going on ahead. So their corpses were in the art room? Huh. I guess if you fail to look for them, they just give it to you. I'm dumb. Why would they be in the art room, though? Like, I don't see any connection. Then again, I could just be really stupid. The two corpses are here. I'm guessing they're in the back room. Up ahead's the art room storage room. I turn the doorknob. Look, it's open. In which case, there's only one thing to do here. I opened the door and stepped inside, and there I saw. Why are we going through this every time? We get it, they're dead. The two corpses that had disappeared. The suffocating scent of blood that permeated the room. That shouted from the rooftops, this is undeniable truth. For the second time that day, we heard that ominous announcement. Oh, great. We got a corpse here. We'll be holding a class trial pretty soon, so make good use of the time you've got. Oh, dear. And with that said, you guys get your very own copy of the Monokuma File 3. I was gonna pass it out when you found the body before, but I thought I saw another wave coming. And it looks like I was dead on. Shut up and hand it over. Okay, well, investigate long and hard, so you're good and ready for the class trial. See you later, alligator. We've found the bodies, all that's left is to find the culprit. You wait just a second. How can you be so relaxed? They're dead. Both of them. They're both dead. They're not coming back. You're terrible. You're a terrible person. Asahina broke down, tears streaming down her cheeks. She lifted Yamada's motionless head and cradled it in her arms. That's cute. Who would do this? Why? Why would they do this? A large tear fell from Asahina's eye and landed on Yamada's cheek. If this were a fairy tale, this would be the part where Yamada would open his eyes. However, this is no fairy tale. Or is it? Oh, he's alive! This is no fairy... He came back to life? Where am I? It's cold. Am I in Antarctica? Yamada, hang in there, huh? Yes. I remember. This is Kibugamine Academy. Don't give up on me. You can do it. I remember. I met everyone. Before I met everyone. Looks like his memory's fried. He's done for. Ah, I see a light. The light. It's growing larger. It looks like a comet. Hey, Yamada, who did this to you? Who attacked you? Who's the culprit? Culprit? No. Culprit's name. I remember. Yasuhiro. What? He closed his eyes for the second time, and never opened them again. Yamada's second wind sputtered and died out, putting an end to his final farewell. Asahina's tears continued falling in a steady stream onto his cheek, his forehead, his lips, but there would be no second miracle, only affirmation of our cold reality. This isn't some old love story. All the tears in the world couldn't revive a goldfish. You truly are a heartless, insensitive, cold-blooded bastard. I pray at least your lungs still function. Frankly, I'm pissed off. What the hell right does he have to come back from the dead just to say something like that? Thanks to him, the whole damn game's been ruined. He said Ak and Yasuhiro, yes? Hagakure. Yasuhiro Hagakure. He couldn't have meant anything else. Well, that pretty much settles it. He attacked Celeste and Yamada, then he killed both Ishimaru and Yamada. On top of that, he hid their bodies, all while wearing some bizarre costume and hauling around these justice hammers. And it was all Hagakure? Unforgivable. I'll never forgive him for what he's done. For killing 2 of my friends. In any case, I suppose it's time to begin this life or death game of Guess Who. Though this run looks like it'll be a clean sweep, so much for a life and death game. Yes, it does indeed. It begins again. No, he's gonna do that speech again. The gears are turning and they can't be stopped. I know all too well what I have to do for my life and for everyone else's lives. I know what I have to do. Can I investigate now? Yay. How much time I got? Sorry. First off, I should go over the Monokuma file and refresh my memory. Victims: Hifumi Yamada, Kiyotaka Ishimaru. Both died as a result of blunt force trauma to the head. It appears they were killed with similar weapons. That's it? It's rather peculiar. There's far too little information compared to previous events. That's hardly an issue. After all, the incident played out before our very eyes. It's only natural we should have more information than the Monokuma file. I suppose you have a point, but there is another matter as well. The person who has yet to show herself. You mean Kirigiri? While she does indeed have an alibi for the time Yamada and Celeste were attacked, it's not possible she was operating as an Is it not possible she was operating as an accessory to the culprit? Oops. An accessory? An accessory? What do you want? There's no need to be catty. I came all the way out here just to answer your questions. Questions? You were talking about being an accomplice, weren't you? I'm pretty sure I already explained to you. Ah yes, it was during the first class trial. Blah blah blah. Blah. It's a flashback, pretty much saying that that only one person gets the prize of living if you succeed in a murder, so. Ergo, there's 0% profit margin for any and all accomplice behavior. So you are saying that there is no chance an accomplice was involved in this incident. That much I can't tell you. If I did, I'd be hindering you guys' imagination. I just don't want you to forget that no matter how much anyone assists in a murder, there can only be one villain. An accomplice has nothing to gain. In other words, we have to identify the single villain who committed the murders as usual. While we're on the subject, I'll take this opportunity to make everything perfectly clear. For this class trial, you guys only need to identify the one true villain who devised and carried out a plan for murder. The one true villain. Well, I think I've explained enough for you. From here on, it's just you guys and the villain butting heads. May the best bear win. There's only one villain, and an accomplice has nothing to gain, which means Kirigiri being involved really is out of the question. Most likely. I'm glad for that, but still, where did she run off to? If she has no involvement in the murders, then it matters not. We must focus on our investigation. Investigation, ah yes, while we already know Hagakure killed them, I suppose a quick investigation wouldn't do us any harm. Shouldn't we consider that a homicidal maniac might be a suspect too? Just throwing that out there. Genocide or show? What? What have I ever done to you? Ugh. When did you... You weren't there when I woke up, so I've been looking all over for you, White Knight. Anyway, you over there, Little Miss Godzilla Knockers. Godzilla Knockers? Why am I a suspect? You're a homicidal maniac, need I say more? Is that all it takes to become a regular on the suspect list? But I've got an alibi. She's right, she does have an alibi. She was with the rest of us when Yamada screamed. Plus, when the 2 corpses were stolen, she was still unconscious in the physics lab. While I give you Ishimaru's corpse, she couldn't have transported Yamada's from the infirmary. I don't look it, but I actually put a lot of thought into my craft. You guys know how I roll. I've been laid bare for all to see, so killing's out of the question for me. That's not something to be proud of. In any case, what about securing the scene? I'm worried about the bodies being taken again. Asahina and I will handle that. Is that alright, Asahina? Yeah, I'm not gonna be much help with the investigation anyway. But then that's that, and we can finally get started. Something about the case feels kind of odd. Everyone has an alibi, which means the number of possible suspects is limited. On the other hand, and maybe it's just me overthinking things, but something tells me it's not quite that simple. Yay. Anyway, let's begin by talking to everyone in the room. Come on. Hey, Togami, so do you think Hagakure really is the culprit? I can't think of anyone else who could be. Everyone of us has an alibi for the murder and the disappearance of the corpses. And then there's Yamada's dying words. Yasuhiro, right? Not just that, he tried saying ak or something too. It all points to Yasuhiro Hagakure. But even if Hagakure did do it, why would he try to hide himself by wearing that bizarre costume? I'm sure he just thought that as long as he hid his figure, he wouldn't be found out. He's a degenerate and a fool. Well, Hagakure is kind of a doof. But can you really just pack everything up in a little box labeled doofus and call it a day? I feel like there's a big hint hidden somewhere. Is that everything? Nothing else stands out to you? No, there's more I can't figure out. Like why the culprit hid the bodies. Maybe he thought if we couldn't find the corpses that we couldn't hold an investigation. And yet despite that, we had almost no trouble finding them. That too, could only be because the culprit's an imbecile. Is that really good enough? There's one more thing that stuck out to me. Why did the culprit commit 2 murders? What? I mean, according to the rules, if you commit murder without getting caught, you graduate. In which case, I think the culprit would, first and foremost, want to ensure no one else found out. By committing 2 murders, you leave that much more evidence behind. Wait, perhaps. I see, so that's what it is. What are you talking about? We're not friends, and don't you forget it. Where's this coming from? You have my gratitude. Thanks to you, it looks like I'll be able to squeeze a little fun out of this game. And with that, Togami left the storage room. It sounded like he's figured something out. Would have been nice if he told me too. Looking at the body. Yamada's huge cold body is sprawled out on the floor. Man, he really is big. In fact, I wonder how the culprit ever managed to move him. I mean, his body was found in the infirmary on the 1st floor, and this is the 3rd floor. So just how the heck could he have moved Yamada from the 1st floor to the 3rd floor? And without us noticing for that matter. Nope, nothing's coming to me. Anyway, I'll hold off on thinking about that until later and focus on examining his body for now. The cause of his death was indeed blunt force trauma to the head. And that Justice Hammer number 3 I saw in the infirmary was most likely used to do it. Wait, hold on a sec. There's something wrong with this body. But what is it? Something's different. Something about when I saw this body in the infirmary and the body I'm looking at now. Oh yeah, his glasses. When I saw Yamada's corpse in the infirmary, his glasses were definitely covered in blood. But now they're clean. Which means someone wiped Yamada's glasses. And who? Well, and why? Ooh. Investigate everything, everybody. I think this is what they used to move him. It's a trolley without a handle. I've seen trolleys like this in our rooms before. It looks a little inconvenient, but if you bend over and crouch down a bit, it's definitely usable. This trolley. Isn't this the same one that was in the physics prep room when Ishimaru's corpse was discovered? Plus, look at this. There's blood on the tires. A trolley with blood on the tires moved from the physics prep room to the art storage room. What does it all mean? Ammo! Talk to this big lady. A number of things occurred during this incident. No, perhaps better yet to say, a great deal of things. There's value in revisiting past events. You might recall something you overlooked. Shall I help you go over it once more? Nah, I got it. Let's look at Ishimaru's body now. It's Ishimaru. He's completely still. According to the Monokuma file, Ishimaru's death was the result of blunt force trauma to the head. He was the first found in the physics prep room, just as hammer number 4 was a murder weapon. Also, a vinyl sheet has been spread out underneath Ishimaru's corpse. Perhaps the culprit used this when he transferred Ishimaru's body, so he wouldn't leave any blood behind. Yay! And look at this wall! There's a wide array of hammers hanging here, from small to large, but several are missing. Missing? What if these hammers were used as a base to create those justice hammers? Either way, those hammers look like they've seen a whole lot of use. They're all specked with stone fragments and powdered rock. This hammer appears to be wet, and it's not the only one that's dirty. Does that mean someone washed it? Maybe that was the hammer that they used for the murder, and then they just washed it off. Like, I think the other hammers were just painted. Hey, Nagi, actually, something's been bugging me. About this storage room, what about it? You know, after Yamada and Yoshimaru's bodies disappeared, we all split up to go look? I was scared, so I went along with Sakura. After everyone split up, we went straight to the art room to look around. But this time, the storage room door was locked, and we couldn't get in. The door was locked? We came straight here when the search started, and there's no way anyone got here before us. But then who locked the door, you know? Plus, it's open now, so... You're right, that is perplexing. The door was locked just after we started searching for the bodies, and it's unlocked now. There's gotta be something to that. Maybe I can figure something out once I get out of this room. Okay, let's leave the room. The door does indeed lock, but it looks like it can only be set from the inside of the storage room. I can't see any way the door could be locked from the outside. The door to the storage room can only be locked from the inside. There's something to that. Asahina and Ogami can attest the door was locked when we started searching for the bodies. And the door can only be locked from inside the storage room. So that means, in other words, when Asahina and Ogami came to investigate, someone was already inside the locked storage room. And eventually that someone unlocked the door and the room became accessible again. Plus, Asahina said nobody could have gotten here before them, which means the person in the storage room... I think I found all the clues in this area, in which case, I should check some other places out. Places worth investigating, all that's coming to me right now, are the infirmary and the physics prep room. Let's get going. Since we're on the same floor as the physics room anyway, let's get going.